Hey guys, how y'all doing? What's going on, my good people? Kind of dark. I hope y'all having a lovely what's today? Is Wednesday. Man, I'm back with another story time slash rant. This is how my father passed away, how it has been affecting me as an adult. Um, like my father, he passed away when I was 13. Um, I really don't remember much about I remember some things like what my grandma or my mom used to tell me about my father, but I really don't remember a lot. The things I remember is that one time I think I was like I don't know, I think I was like 11 or 12, and he had picked me up on his bike and we went to my auntie house and I met my aunt. I don't know if she still lives here. I can't remember her name. I remember meeting her, and I don't know. I just don't remember like my childhood, and like when my dad was, alive or whatever. So, basically, I guess my dad was in and out in the streets or whatever. And I remember my mom was telling me that, basically his cousin had got him addicted to heroin or whatever. And I don't know, one day I guess he had a bad needle and he died from, I don't know if I could say that word, but he died from human, he had the human immune virus or whatever, rebus lives. So he had the big H or whatever. And I didn't know like where he was at. And I don't know, I just felt like this is probably why I have abandonment issues too, because he wasn't in my life, and my mom, she didn't want him to be around me, when he was on, you know drugs or whatever. And I understand. So she told him like to get clean, and he got clean a couple days, and he came and got me. But I don't remember none of that. Like, she was just telling me things. He used to like come and get me and take me places and stuff like that. I really don't remember. And yeah, so yeah, he had the human immune virus or whatever. And I guess he was in the hospital for like 6 or 7 months. And one day my aunt, she came to my house. I was living on Genesee or whatever. Yeah, I was like 13. Yeah, I was about to be 14 in December. But this was like August 15th or whatever. I will never forget this day. And she never really come to the house like that. Like, she came before to like bring some like some food or whatever, but she never really visit like that. So I knew something wasn't right. But I just told her, I was like, "Hey auntie, how you doing?" That was my great aunt. And I went upstairs, and I remember just being in my room, and my mom, she came upstairs and she like, "Teddy, sit down." I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "Teddy, sit down." And I was like, "My dad passed away, didn't he?" And then I sat down, as I was asking her, did my dad pass away? I was sitting down, and she was like, "Yeah, he passed away." And I just burst out crying. I was like, "Oh my God, I knew it." I don't know. I guess God prepared me for that day. And I was so like, I felt so much resentment towards a lot of people that knew that he was in the hospital, and they didn't tell me or whatever. Like, they didn't tell me he was in the hospital. But I guess as an adult, I kind of understood why, because they probably didn't want me to um see him like that. He probably didn't want me to see him like that, because I'm pretty sure he like probably lost a lot of weight and stuff like that, having that disease or whatever. So I know he probably didn't want to, have me see him like that. But I had so much like resentment towards the people that knew that he was in the hospital or whatever. And so like, I guess it's so crazy how that happened. So he passed away August the 15th. Mind you, today is his birthday. I didn't mention that. Today is his birthday. he would have been 65. Um, and then it's so crazy how everything happened because it was Father's Day. Father's Day, like June or whatever. Then his birthday July the 23rd, and then his anniversary of when he passed away is August 15th, and I will never forget that. And I swear, every year I'm always depressed, always feeling down, whatever. I just remember after that, when I turned 15, I was very promiscuous or whatever. I lost my virginity when I was 15. Um, I met a lot of, like, I was very promiscuous. I was very, like, sexually active, and I think that has to do with what happened to me as a child. Like, I got touched as a child or whatever from this, like, older guy. um I don't know. My mom was saying that was my uncle, but that guy was not my uncle, and I don't understand why I was, like, over his house at a young age just to go to school. Like, I was going to school from over there. I don't understand why I was at this man house. This man was so old or whatever. But I say that to say it's probably why I dealt with a lot of guys when I got older, and not only that, I lost my dad at a young age. So my decision for dealing with guys was probably because of abandonment, not wanting to be alone, not loving myself, not having guidance from my dad, and basically, not picking the right guys. Because, like, as a woman or whatever, in my opinion, like, if you don't have the right, like, guys in your life to show you guidance, you'll try to find that. Especially if they passed away, if a father passed away, you'll try to seek that love from different guys and stuff like that. And especially if you got molested as a child, whatever, you'll try to seek that. It's like a you start getting hypersexual, and you'll start wanting to just be active. Be active because I don't know. It's like a psychological situation or whatever. And so, yeah, that has affected me as an adult. Picking the wrong guys, wanting to be loved, feeling abandoned. Everybody passing away. Not only my dad, it was like a lot of people in my family started just passing away back to back to back. And I know that's a part of life or whatever, but when a lot of people just pass away in your family and stuff like that, you start feeling abandoned because you feel like everybody in your life is gonna pass away or whatever. And it still affects me. Of course, like I said, it's a part of life, but you'll never get over death. And I don't think I'll ever get over my father's passing. Like, cause I swear around this time, like I said, I feel so depressed. I feel so down, so hurt. I feel like a lot of my choices was just me of being afraid to be alone and not loving myself, and just wanting to be feel love. Because my dad, he did come around. I do remember my dad. I just don't remember a lot of stuff because I was so young or whatever, but I do remember him. I remember he was a nice guy and stuff like that. And my brother, even, that's what I said, like, in the last video, my brother jealous too, because my brother even said he wished that my dad was his dad or whatever. Like, and my brother be saying how my dad was, and how my dad like hit him a little bit, and he watched him, whatever, and he said he liked my dad actually. So I'm like, that explains why my brother said he low key was jealous too, because he wanted, I guess he wanted my dad to be his dad or whatever. But that just goes to show me that my father was a good man or whatever. He was a good guy. Um, the good die young, man. The good die young. And it's so crazy. I say this too because, um, like I said, I lost my dad when I was 13, and I was just realizing that this year, um, basically I got pregnant when I was 21, and my baby would have been 13 this year. It's so crazy how it's like it's full circle. I don't know how to explain that. Like I lost my dad when I was 13, and this year my baby would have been 13. Like I don't know if it was gonna be a boy or girl, because I think I was only a month. Yeah, I think I was only a month. I was only 1 month pregnant, whatever. I had to get rid of my baby because it was growing in my fallopian tube or whatever. Um, yeah, so that has affected me too. Like not only losing my dad at a young age, but it's like I lost my first baby, and my baby would have been 13. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. How it's I don't know how to explain that. It's just so crazy how it's um it's so like I don't know. It's real like synchronicity. How you say that word? Synchronicity. Like it matches together or whatever. Like it goes together. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know like what I've been dealing with for what I've been dealing with for how long has it been? Because his anniversary is the August 15th, and I was 13 and I'm 35. So it's gonna be 22 years. Yeah. Yep, it's gonna be 22 years. Yeah. And it's so crazy because I was like I said, I was 20 this year. I was basically it was like full circle. I was 21 when he passed away, and been 21 years. I was 13 when he passed away. My son or daughter that passed away was gonna be 13. It's just so crazy how those numbers really I don't know. It's so crazy. It's really crazy, y'all. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. August the 15th would have been it's 21 years. So August the 15th is gonna be 22 years or whatever. I miss my dad. I miss him. I just that's probably why I haven't been coming on here. I know I have to post and stuff like that, and I kind of was kind of discouraged as well because I'm like, dang, like it seemed like everybody video, and I'm not judging that. I'm happy for everybody and stuff like that, but it's like it seemed like I'm not. It seemed like my video is not getting the views that I want to get or whatever. But shout out to Mrs. King. She came on my live the other time, and she was telling me like, you have to have an interesting title and stuff like that or whatever, and I could get it like from the back studio, like the studio, like the YouTube studio or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna check into that. Um, Coming back with some more. I don't know. I have story time, but I don't know how to like. I have to remember what happened because I don't want to just come on here and just be just be like not making sense about what happened. And then sometimes my story times be short too because once I see something, like if I see a pattern, I don't let it go on for too long or whatever. And it's so crazy how I kept on dealing. Like I said, I kept on dealing with the same trifling guys because I just didn't have guidance on what right guys to pick and stuff like that. And I wish sometimes, like I don't blame my mom or nothing, but um sometimes I wish I wasn't sheltered too much, and then sometimes I wish she would have told me about how these guys were. And sometimes I wish I didn't get touched as a child because I probably wouldn't have been um very hypersexual, and I wouldn't have been, just giving my body to anyone and stuff like that. Like, I think I low key had a sex addiction, to be honest, a X addiction, a sex addiction or whatever, because it was just crazy. Like, and especially like if I got out of relationships, or if I don't know, I just was trying to fill that void by just having multiple partners, and just I don't know, it's just so crazy how that affected my life, and making bad decisions with friends too as well. Friends as well. Like I wish my mom would have told me how trifling these how trifling some of these girls are, because they mad trifling, yo. They be setting people up. They be so jealous. I don't understand how, if you don't like a person, why are you being all in their face? But it's like snakes. They have to get their prey. They have to like make their prey feel comfortable in order to attack or whatever. They're just not gonna let you see them coming. And like it's just crazy. Like snakes is people just can be snakes. They'll be around you, not even liking you, and then they'll just take what you say to them in confidence, and they'll throw it in your face like they never made a mistake. And that's what the narcissism. And I know me losing my dad at a young age had a lot to do with how I judge people and how I wanted people around me, because I felt abandoned, and I have abandonment issues and stuff or whatever. Like I didn't never want people to leave, even though they were bad for me, because I lost my dad or whatever. And then especially too, this really I don't know if this has something to do with it, but my ex fiance, he I don't know, he I'm still kind of mad at him a little bit. I have to forgive him because he passed away like 2011, I think. And he was kind of mean to me. He was so mean to me. Like he would say, like, I remember I would do like this, like I'll breathe heavy. He was like, "Why you breathing heavy?" Like he started arguing with me just because he think I'm annoyed about something that it wasn't had nothing to do with him. Or I remember like one time where I was at Strong Hospital, and he picked me up. I think I had canceled my ride with Metro, and he had picked me up because like I said, we were boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. And he picked me up from Strong Hospital. I remember going to like the flower shop and getting some roses, because I never got roses. I never got roses. He still never got me roses either. But he was like, why you he was like, where you get them roses from? I was like, I bought these roses for myself. He did not believe me. Like, I guess he thought that somebody bought me some roses. Like, he was kind of low key insecure or whatever. And I'm like, and I had to lie and say that his grandma, which I call Mama, I miss Mama too, but she passed away too. And yeah, I had to lie and say that I got the roses for Mama. And I'm like, why are you starting to argue with me? But I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was the cancer that was making him mean, or I don't know if he just didn't really like me like that. He act like he liked me, because I swear he would just argue with me about little shit. And so I guess I got fed up with it. And when I got out of the hospital, because he had dropped me off this before I went to the hospital, because I guess he was telling me that I was trying to like basically it was ibuprofen, and I was saying that was my medicine, but it wasn't. So he took me home, and I guess I ended up in the hospital. And then it's so crazy, after I got out of the mental hospital, I had came in, like, packed up my stuff and left. I don't know why I was so angry. Maybe because I remember all the stuff, that how he treated me and stuff like that. But I felt so bad that I felt like I abandoned him when he was dying, because he had cancer. And it's okay, because my dad, he had not only had the human I don't want to say the human immune virus, but I think they said he had stomach cancer as well. And so my ex fiance having prostate cancer, it felt like I abandoned my ex fiance. So after that, I just started wilding out, having multiple partners again, because I miss my ex-fiance. I felt like I abandoned him. I still sometimes blame myself for how I left and how, things. Basically, I shouldn't have left him when he was dying. I felt so bad and I felt so guilty. But that just goes to show you that, my abandonment issue took over again. And it's like I felt it's like sometimes you do things that you feel like if you feel abandoned, sometimes you abandon people and it's not the right thing to do. I don't know why I did that at the time. I wish I could have changed a lot of stuff. Like I wish I would have just, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't want him. Maybe I didn't want to see him pass away. Like, I didn't want to see him dying and stuff like that. Like I didn't want to see him like that. I couldn't probably see him like that. But I was still having resentment for how he treated me, how he was talking to me and stuff like that. But it's like after that, after he passed away, I just started being promiscuous and stuff like that again. Um, not loving myself, having abandonment issues, and the choices it's like the men choices were just awful, yo. Like I attracted so many narcissists, and I was like, damn, is this my karma for how I left Gerard, whatever? And I was thinking for a long time that might have been my karma for leaving him and abandoning him when he was, unaliving or whatever. I felt so bad. But yeah, man, it still affects me. And I made a choice almost 2 years ago to be settled in. And it has been the best choice that I have in my life. And yeah, sometimes I get vulnerable. Sometimes I be wanting to call up my ex. Oh, and I'm so proud of myself too because I finally blocked my ex a couple months, like either this month or last month or something. I blocked my ex. And that was one of the most hardest things I have ever did because I felt like I loved him. Like I really did feel like I loved him, but he did a lot of bullshit. Like he was so toxic. And it's so crazy because he favored my dad a lot because my mom was like, she had to like double take and look at him because he looked just like my ex. I mean, he looked just like my father. He really do. He favored him. And yeah, he was so mean. He was a narcissist. I remember like at the end of because we used to break up. I don't know, like he used to say something. Basically, he used to say something I didn't like, and then when I would confront him about it, he'll get so upset and just leave or whatever. Talking about he going to his mother's house and my stupid ass would let him come back like nothing happened or whatever. But like the ending of the other like breakup, I remember. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all these books right here. And I gotta really do these books. I really gotta do these books. Look, Queens Don't Settle Journal. I remember I had got these books. I ordered these books. Yo, he got so mad. He was like, I think he was like, oh, you think you a queen or something like that. Like he said, I was like, this dude hate me, yo. I like this dude hate me. I don't want the don't waste my time handbook. Tired of F boys narcissists, but men community dealers read this. Like he got so mad that I got self-worth books and stuff like that. He really wanted to tear me down. He wanted me to hate myself so bad because he hated me. That projection stuff. And it's like I had a lot of people in my life that always projected bull crap on me, y'all. And I'm like, wow, this dude really hate me. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself for blocking him because even when I said, I did story time about him and how he stole my money and stuff, and he lied about it, and he's trying to blame me for, basically telling him how I felt, like that narcissist shit. Like he not one thing about narcissists, they don't think they're wrong. They will never change. And even if you put a mirror to them, they'll throw the mirror back at you. Like they'll show you your reflection like you did something wrong. Like they try to victimize themselves, whatever. Like that's one thing about narcissists. And that's like I would never deal with a guy like that ever again. Like I know my self worth now, and I thank God that God has got me stronger in the mindset where I don't need anyone, especially if somebody's gonna tear me down and stuff like that. And I think that has a lot to do with how I view my sexuality now, because first I was like bisexual. I liked the men and women, and then I was like uh dating more. I never had like a girlfriend, but I was sexual with girls or whatever. But I really feel now that I'm sexually attracted to girls more than guys. And like I said in that other whatever that was, I think that was a rant when I said I think the reason why I was actual with guys is because I got touched as a child, and psychologically I don't really like guys, and I probably is more attracted to girls because a woman, even though they hurt me, they never actually assaulted me or anything. And I'm like, yeah, I dealt with that with guys too. So I think that goes to what happened to me when I was younger, and then what happened to me as I got older as an adult. I got actually assaulted, whatever, multiple times. And yeah, like I don't settle anymore. I've been settling almost 2 years. I'm proud of myself. And then like people too. Like and I mentioned the Uber driver. I mentioned that it was like he was low key projecting and trying to like. I hate when people try, even if you're a stranger. I don't like that. Like, how are you a stranger trying to tell me my life choices on what I should do in my life, and oh, you should get into a relationship and y'all work it out together. Like that is so toxic. Like, why are you gonna tell somebody that's healing to get into a relationship with somebody else that might be having trauma, and you want to tell them to work it out? Nobody therapist. Like I can see if y'all get together and y'all don't talk about y'all past and y'all try to work through it or whatever. But the fact that you're trying to tell me to get into a toxic relationship with somebody that's healing, and it's not gonna work out because they both are healing. It's not gonna work out. Like people like he was really projecting, talking about, oh, y'all killed me with that, working on y'all self stuff. I'm like, yo, I wish I would have canceled that ride, because like, who was you talking to? And like I told the other Uber driver, I told her, she was like, girl, he was trying to fill you out. And I was telling my mom, he probably felt some type of way because I set that boundary. I was like, I was like, I'm a lesbian. I was like, yeah, I'm working on myself. That's a boundary that lets you know that I'm not trying to deal with anybody. And he felt that vibe, and he tried to change what I was saying to fit, to fit his stupid ass opinion or whatever. It's not gonna work. First of all, you're a stranger. You're not gonna sit here and tell me what choices to make in my life, especially if my mom ain't trying to change how I'm doing in my life, especially if it's working out for me and if I'm doing better than I have ever done in my almost my whole life. You're not gonna fucking try to come in my life as a stranger, as an Uber driver, you're just taking me where I have to go, and I'm just talking about positive life choices that I made, and you're not gonna sit here and try to change the direction of where I'm going just because you insecure, or just because you trying to project that shit on me because you're not working on yourself. So, oh, it's a bad thing to work on yourself now. Like, and I have reported him because he said something mad inappropriate. We wasn't even talking about relationships on different like things that people did to you in a relationship. He gonna say, oh, this girl that I was with had What he said, this girl that I was with had a fetish with me. She would every time I would go to I couldn't tell her that I had to use a bathroom because every time I would tell her I would have to use a bathroom, she would want to hold my private part. Like, what the hell they gotta do with me working on myself and bettering myself? What your toxic relationship gotta do with me working on myself? And I reported him because I was mad inappropriate. And yes, I got my refund. Thank you God, because and I gave him a one or two, and I told them communication issues. And then a couple of days after, I reported him and I told him it was very inappropriate of what he said to me, and they gave me my refund back. Period. You ain't gonna try to be inappropriate with me and try to make me feel uncomfortable or try to like say something. You know how people say something just so they can get a reaction on you, or you could probably ask them a question about what they saying. I bet he said that just for me to probably say, "Oh, your private part. Why was she holding your private part?" Or, "Oh, your private part was big," or just stuff like that. I know he had. I know, and it's like he a narcissist for even trying to change um what choices I had in my life. And you're a narcissist for even trying to be mad about a stranger's decision in their life. You're weird. It's given that you're a narcissist, and I'm so glad that I pointed you out. And a lot of narcissists, when they encounter people that they feel has a like a strong aura about them, like a good energy, they'll try to say something to throw you off your game, to try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong in your life, even though it's positive, because they'll want that energy. That your reaction is their energy, their fuel for energy, or whatever. You have to be careful of people that try to want to get a reaction out of you. If you're doing something positive, they want a negative reaction out of you. Because I was just saying, I was so calm about it. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna continue to work on myself. And he talking about, yeah, you need friends because life is too short. Um life is going. Like he was like, life is going on, or whatever he was saying. I was like, yeah, I understand that, whatever. I was like, yeah, but I was like, friendships don't work out either, because a lot of girls that were trying to dim my light and be jealous and stuff. I was like, so I'm just gonna continue to work on myself or whatever. And he dropped me off, and I was like, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna continue to work on myself. Why he got an attitude? He's like, okay, yeah, you continue to work on yourself. Like didn't even say bye, see you later, nothing. I was like, okay. I was like, nice meeting you, nice talking to you. And I got out the car, and I'm like, yeah, I'm reporting this weird ass nigga, because I was like, he is so fucking weird. Like, how are you mad about a stranger's decision? You don't even know me. But it's like I said, the other Uber driver was spot on. She was like, yeah, he's trying to fill you out, because he probably. And I was like, I'm telling my mom, I was like, yeah, he's probably trying to flirt with me or whatever. And he was mad because I set up that boundary. And you trying to change what I'm saying to get a reaction out of me because you're negative and you're toxic. But that goes to show you that I'm doing something right. I hope my father is proud of me. I hope Gerard is proud of me. Um, I hope one day, like I don't know, I still struggle with, thinking about the stuff that Gerard did, and I shouldn't really take it as a grain of salt, because I know he was sick, he had cancer and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. And then he would say things to try to humble me too. He'd be like, "Oh, your butt flat," or whatever, but he gonna say, "Oh, I like the way you stand," or whatever. Like, because I guess I was standing some sort of way. I was standing, and he was. I don't know. It was weird, but I just try not to let it bother me or whatever. I still think about little things that, even though we had an okay relationship, we had a good relationship, because he, out of all the guys I dealt with him, he used to take me out, whatever. It was somebody else that used to take me out too, but that situation was toxic. I gotta talk about that in another story time. Um, that situation was toxic. We should have never been together. Um, yeah. But that toxic situation, at least I can say he used to give me money, he used to take me out or whatever. But it was just toxic. It was just real toxic, and it's like, dang, I knew I had to work on myself because all these toxic relationships, I know it has a part to do with me. Like I have to heal. I have to work on myself. So the fact that Uber driver was saying I should get with somebody even though I'm not healed, is really toxic, and it just goes to show you that people will project on you if they're not doing something positive in their life. They want to project on you to try to make you feel bad for doing something positive in your life because it's triggering them. It's triggering them that you're doing good. It's really crazy. But I hope y'all have a lovely day. Yeah, this is story time on how my father passed and how it has still been affecting me to this day. But I have been growing, have been getting better in my life or whatever. I'm sorry that this is so dark. This camera is so dark. I'm not that dark. I swear I'm not this dark. Okay, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. But it's late too. It's like almost 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all have a lovely day. I'm trying to do a story time probably. I don't know, maybe a couple days or whatever. This was a story time / rant or whatever. But yeah, just don't let nobody try to change what you're doing. If it's positive in your life, it's not hurting nobody. If you're just trying to like you're being on a healing journey and on a spiritual journey or whatever, don't let nobody try to change what you're doing because they want to project their insecurities on you and they want to try to make you feel bad for the choices that you made in your life, especially if they're strangers or especially if they're fake friends. Get them fake friends out your life. Get rid, like, don't, like, if it's an Uber driver, just block, give them a 1 star, 1 2 star. You won't ever see them ever again. Cause that's just crazy. What he tried to really, you try to make me feel bad, and you gonna get mad because I'm not agreeing with your stupid ass opinion. Opinion are just like a-holes. Everyone has one. Like what you eat don't make me shit or nothing like that. So it's like, why are you trying to change what I'm doing in my life for that's better, that's best for me or whatever? Like I hate control freaks. That's why I said in that video, I said stay away from control freaks too, because he's just weird. Like you're weird. You're fucking weird. Like that's, and it gives me that you don't get played and you mad because you get, it seemed like I rejected him, whatever. Like I don't know, dudes be so fucking delusional when you get in their presence, they think that you belong to them, even though y'all just met or y'all a stranger or whatever. Like it's weird. It's really weird how they really be acting. And then if you don't agree with them, then they'll be mad, butt hurt and shit. Well, keep on being mad. I'm gonna keep on doing me. I'm gonna keep on working on myself. Some of y'all need to work on yourself, especially these dudes. Y'all need to really work on yourself and stop trying to get in women's life and ruin their life and lie about who y'all are to them. And they think y'all one way, and then y'all put up that mask, especially when a woman get pregnant or especially when you get married to the woman, you start showing your ass because you really like that. Stop tricking these women into marrying y'all bum asses and getting babies by y'all. So y'all could just humble them. That's so weird. Y'all dudes need to really go to therapy and work on yourself. Y'all need to really fucking heal because y'all be really playing yourself with, getting in people's life and using them just to have a baby, and then y'all want to humble them afterwards. Work on yourself and stop trying to project y'all insecurities on people. It's really sick, and it's really like it's really mentally off. Y'all got a lot of mental issues that I have to deal with. Stop trying to get into these relationships if y'all not ready to step up and be a good person. Just heal. Just heal. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a lovely Wednesday. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.